So we are going to start right away because we have a lot of ground to cover. So greetings everybody, and welcome to spring, and welcome to Italy. Today we're going to explore a wonderful part of the country, the region of Trentino. This part of northeast Italy is just below Austria, for those that aren't familiar, and not far from cities like Milan and Venice. It's known for its beautiful, majestic mountains, the Dolomites. Part of the Alps, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's filled with wonderful museums and winter sports and beautiful castles, and of course some wonderful wines. In fact, they use an ancient grape called Legren. It's mainly cultivated around Trentino in the Alto Adige region of northeast Italy, and for sure not to forget some great sparkling wine and white wines. Unfortunately, I'm not drinking any of them today, which I wish that I was right now. But before we start, I just wanted to take a moment for those of you that are joining us for the first time, just to put in a plug in for GT Experiences. For those that don't know us, we're a tour operator located in New Jersey, just outside of New York City. We also have an office in Europe, helping to make sure that your clients aren't alone when they're traveling. I'm Tom Paris, and my partner, hello Johnny, is Johnny Miradoli. We both bring decades of experience into what we do. Over the past 20 years, Johnny and I, we saw this shift in how people were traveling, and that there was a huge need to support the travel community and helping them to build customized itineraries for their clients that weren't just pulled right off a shelf throughout Europe. And putting people on 40 and 50 seat coaches, that kind of shifted. Now Americans are getting much more independent, and for sure the market has changed. And we both believe will continue to change as the traveler gets more experience. Our goal is to be your back office, supporting you in putting together just great journeys using hotels that we personally know, as well as including great experiences. We have a great team of very experienced folks. Some of you may have already had talked to many of them. And they're there to support you in doing just that, building unique and beautiful itineraries. And in case you're not aware, we've produced over 100 webinars throughout Europe, and you'll find them right on our website. They're a great educational tool if you want to learn about a region or a city. And for sure, reach out to us if you need help putting anything together for your clients. And now I'm going to go into a little bit about what we're going to see today. This part of Italy goes back to the Stone Ages, and then it was settled by the Celts and ultimately conquered by the Romans, and became a Roman military base on the road north as they went into Northern Europe. And by the Middle Ages, this region had become part of the Kingdom of Italy and was one of the most important religious regions of the Holy Roman Empire. Before the Romans conquered Trentino, a big part of the region was populated by a group called the Rieti, and even today, remnants of this ancient dialect are still spoken in parts of Val di Sole. It's a region of Italy that's a great place to visit 12 months out of the year, whether your client's interest is nature and well-being, or skiing, fine dining, lots of Michelin restaurants. We'll learn about that as we go through the presentation. Lots of art and culture, and for sure it's this beautiful region that we know your clients will love. So I'm going to pass this over to Johnny, and talk to you guys later.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. And as a matter of fact, Trentino is a very nice region. On my youngest age, I used to go very often to ski in their area, in Madonna di Campiglio, Pinsolo, and other area in Trentino. And we have proposed Trentino in the past years to our client, our travel advisor client, like all of you. And we have created some itineraries that they are very interesting, that shows how Trentino can be part of a very interesting itinerary throughout the north part of Italy. Trentino, here, this is a program, for example, that we put together for one of our clients, and it's a itinerary that travel from Milan and ends in Venice. And so it's easy, also has a connecting point for the flights, because there are a lot of flights from the United States to Milan, and also there are flights from directly from the from Italy to United States from Venice. So this is a sample itinerary that cover the area of Trento, because we have, this is was for the group of about 40 passenger that they were looking to discover something new in Italy. And beside Milan, that obviously doesn't need the presentation, Cremona, is also a very nice city, famous for the violin of Stradivari. And then we end up in Trento because they were interesting, first of all, on the lake, and the Garda Lake, which is the biggest lake of the north part of Italy, is very close and is part of the Trentino and is very close to Trento. We pass by Rovereto, which is a very nice city, very historical city. Trento too, which is also a very important city in the history of Italy. And then we overnight in Trento, and today we take advantage of what the offer, the area from the Dolomite, so a nice excursion among the mountain that you can see on many of our back screen, all the mountain that surround the Trentino. And also there are, I want to say that Trentino is not only for skiing, but also is a very, very important destination for summer for the people that like hiking. Not There are hiking for every single kind of hiker, from the beginners to the more sophisticated hikers that wants to take advantage of what the Trentino offer. And then from the Trento we end up in Venice, going through Padua to have also a taste of the religious part of Italy. So Trentino is really a region that worth the trip. Worth the trip for, as I said, for many reasons. From the lover of the lake, lover of the mountain, lover of the wine and gastronomy, and you will see on the next slides how many other offer you can get in Trentino. So we are here to help you to create your itinerary for your client. And when you talk with them, because there is now a little bit of, how can I say, the people are already, they know Italy, Rome, Florence, Venice, Amalfi Coast. They are looking for something else. They are looking to show what Italy can offer, and I can assure you that Italy offer much, much more than Rome, Florence, and Venice. And Trentino is certainly in an area that you should evaluate with your client as a destination included on a package throughout the north part of Italy. So I leave now the word to Francesco to continue the presentation and enjoy the show.
All right. Grazie. Thank you. Thank you, Gianni. Okay. So I'm not going to add almost nothing to what Gianni said because it's very comprehensive. I'm going to add my 2 cents. Still talking about the destination as a product, because you'll see we have great speakers that will talk about more about the destination in terms of everything it has to offer. For us, it's more about how this destination really works with the product that you are already offering to your client. And here I just simply give you a sense where Trentino is, as you can see here, that has sort of the border highlighted, and then I circled a couple of major cities around. You see, it's very close to Venezia, to Milano, Torino, and even Florence for that matter. It's not that far away. But on the bottom left corner, I circled 3 cities that you probably cannot read because it's very, very small. I apologize for that, but I want to remind everybody that this recording of the webinar, but also the presentation itself, will be available on our website, so they can go and see it anytime and blur it up and see it, bigger if they want. But the 3 cities that I circle on the bottom left happen to be Trento, Riva del Garda, and Rovereto. And the reason why I did that is because, to me, I'm not particularly fond of the mountains. So, but I actually did visit Trentino, and I think it was astonishing to me is the fact that, in a sense, it redefines the vacation on the mountain. Like here in the United States, you go to Vail, you go to Montana, you have a specific type of vacation with beautiful, either ski experience or excursion. But to me, Trentino also has this incredible patrimonial culture, and that really goes beyond what you expect. So it's a very surprising destination in that sense. So we start with Trento, as Gianni mentioned, a beautiful art cities, really, really lovely. I was very surprised when I actually went to see it myself, and it's really, really comfortable, and I'm sure Ilaria will talk about it later on. And also, of course, Riva del Garda, which sits right on top of the Garda Lake, where you can almost have experience, believe it or not. So surrounded by mountain, you can almost have a seaside experience in the middle of the mountain. And finally, Rovereto, as Gianni mentioned, a town where it had 2 great museums that I like. One is called the Mart, which is a museum modern art, which is very sophisticated art from, I would say, beginning of 20th century, the 20s, 30s, and 40s. And, of course, the house of Fortunato De Pero, which is an extraordinary artist in the area, which is really, really extraordinary. So I'm going to stop talking, as my wife always reminds me to do, because you talk too much, Francesco. She's right. And I'm going to pass it on to the speakers. So today we have great speakers. I'm going to mention it to you, and then I'll pass on to them. So, of course, we have Ilaria Galli from the Trentino Marketing. Welcome, Ilaria. We have Roberta Mengone from Val di Sole Tourist Board. And, of course, Alessio Ravelli from his namesake hotels, Ravelli Hotels. Welcome, Alessio. Now,
before you go on, Francesco, hold on one sec. I just want to say, Ilaria, Roberta, Alessio, whenever anyone asks a question, feel free to answer within the chat. And if anyone here has any questions, use the chat as a way to communicate.
Exactly. So, before we start, I'm going to show you a quick video on Trentino, so just to put you in the right mood, and then we go straight to it to Ilaria. So let me get to the video right now. All right.
Perfect.
There we go. Ecco Trentino. Go in.
So officially welcome, benvenuti a tutti, welcome everyone, welcome to Trentino region. We will have a journey together today. And as Francesco introduced me, my name is Ilaria and I work for Trentino Marketing, the official tourist board of Trentino region, and I work in the international market department with focus on the United States and North America. So they explained perfectly, but just to repeat, where are we? Trentino is a region in the Italian Alps, not far from the main big cities in northern Italy, so not far from Milan, Venice, or Verona, the city of love. So what does it mean? It means that the destination is well connected, as they previously say, with direct flights from the and to the east coast of the United States. So Trentino is a small but a very diverse region that has a lot to offer. You can wander from the Mediterranean environment of Lake Garda in the south of the region to the Dolomites, passing through vineyards, castles, museums. Maybe in the slides you can see better what I mean. So in 40 miles, you can wander from this Mediterranean environment of Lake Garda to the pine forests of the Dolomites and to the ski slopes as well. So the most renowned landmark of the region are the Dolomites, the mountains born from the sea. They change color throughout the days, passing from orange to pink, and they turn into bloody red at the sunset. And this phenomenon is called enrosadira, a very nice name. So leaving this gigantic rocky cliff behind, we pass through woods and forests. So that 63% of the region is covered by woods and forests, and a lot of trees. Trentino is a small region, but we take care of our environment so that almost 30% of the territory is under environmental protection, and there are 3 nature parks in the region. Yes, this is like as this picture suggests. And so, but among those peaks and woods and forests, Trentino is dotted by around 300 lakes, from these alpine mirrors to the bigger one, like Lake Garda, the biggest lake in Italy, by the way, not only in northern Italy, but the biggest lake in Italy. Exactly. So you can simply relax by this shore of those lakes or having some water sports. So up to you. And not only mountains, but remember, Trentino is a region in Italy. So it's where the Alps meet the Italian style. So the Italian dolce vita. So remember, we are in Italy. And you can experience it thanks to food. In Trentino, there are 8 Michelin star restaurants, so you can experience local foods, but pasta and pizza, of course, we are in Italy, remember that. And what is the true Italian way of living is the aperitivo, a synonym of this dolce vita. And you can, what about savoring a Trentino wine?
Okay, so I want to stop here one second, sorry. This is exactly what I was talking before. You know, you go to the mountain, you expect to ski, you expect to snow sledding, you expect to hiking. The last thing, honestly, you expect is to see a bunch of wineries, especially this many. Can you tell me a little bit about it? Because that's one thing that definitely makes this destination slightly different than other destinations. What's the tradition with wines? Is the wine festival good or is not good?
You know, Francesco, we have our mountain bubbles, Trento Doc sparkling wine. So it's done with a method from Giulio Ferrari that discovered this method by his trip to France. and he realized that Trentino has the same characteristics, and so he built this method. So it's like mountain bubbles. So
cool.
About savoring a glass of Trento Doc sparkling wine, for example, on the shore of Lake Garda, like this couple here.
I enjoy drinking it even here. It's very good. It's a delicious wine.
So
Nice.
this wine is all spread out, and how does it work? Like, because as we mentioned before, it's hard to imagine that they're able to produce wine and consider their high cliff. Is there a flat land? Is there hills? What does it look like, when I walk around and see all the different wineries around me? It's like, are they on a steep hill? They have castles? How does it work?
Both. There depends. For example, we have also a product called, it's like the US route, but we have our Trentino route. It's called Route 50, 50 kilometers, around 30 miles of a route. So what about combining cycling or biking and having stops in those wineries? So in this flat land, so combining cycling and having a toast throughout your journey. So
That's
yeah,
perfect.
and across in the region, so these wineries. And
All
it's
it's
a very
missing is a self-driving bicycle, so they can drink as much as you want and you don't get off.
just a little bit, just a little bit.
All right, let's go on.
Yeah, so Trentino is where the Mediterranean meets the Alps, as I said, and but not only like mountains, Italian dolce vita. Trentino, as the next picture of Lake Garda suggests, Trentino is home of outdoor enthusiasts. So, as this picture suggests, experiencing it on the shore of Lake Garda, thanks to wind sailing, it's one of the water sports that you can experience in the region. But not only thanks to the lakes, there are lots of hiking paths in the region, from most gentle walks to most arduous hikes. There are routes for and paths for everyone. And you can, for example, stop during your hike in the Dolomites and having your lunch in one of the so-called rifugi, mountain huts. So you can experience the Italian food even at high altitude. Maybe it was the next slide. Yeah, so, and you can just wander from hut to hut. So, and we have around 146 mountains.
And I can swear, I actually visited, as I said before, I'm not a huge mountain guy, but it's true. There are really gentle hike all throughout. So it really is for everybody. Because of course, you always, when you hear this word, you always picture, people mounting on them, being sort of very extreme. But no, it really is, there's a little bit for everybody,
And also, just so people understand, these mountain huts, they're not lean-tos. They're actual rooms, and with restaurants and with a bar, some of them with spectacular views.
And the possibility to overnight as well.
That's
then
right.
Roberto will explain later, for example, with some examples in Val di Sole area. So not only home for hiking lovers, but also home for wheel lovers. So no matter if you prefer a leisure or a mountain bike, there are also cycling paths for everyone. And no problem if you are not well trained like me, e-bike is a very good alternative to use. So Trentino is a modern territory, but deeply rooted in the past. Like the rest of Italy, we have 200 charming castles, ghosts included, and we have medieval villages, and 11 of them were awarded to be the most beautiful borghi, medieval villages in Italy. So it's something that I know it's very much appreciated from the US clients that we have. And Trentino is an all-year-round destination, so you can experience it in winter, thanks to the ultra-modern ski lifts and the miles of slopes. But no problem if you don't ski. You can enjoy winter in Trentino thanks to dog sledding, snowshoeing, having a hike, having lunch or dinner at these mountain huts as well. So there are lots of snow adventure in the region, not only thanks to skiing. And so the quality of the ski slopes is very good, so that it is chosen as the European training base by the US ski team. So they used to train in Trentino. And they came even this year. And looking ahead in future, next year, Trentino will be one of the venue of Milano Cortina Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games. We will host races such as cross-country skiing, para-cross country, para-biathlon, and Nordic combined and ski jumping. So, but now how can I attack the slopes? In Trentino, there are two big ski districts. One on the eastern part, the light blue one, it's called Dolomiti Super Ski. And the other on the western part of Trentino, where Val di Sole is called Schirama Dolomiti. And these two ski districts have both a very interesting partnership with two ski passes, American ski passes. For example, Dolomiti Super Ski has got a partnership with Icon Ski Pass, and the ski resorts included are Val di Fassa, Val di Fiemme, and San Martino, and other ski resorts in Italy as well. And maybe in the next slides you can see this partnership. And then on the other side, even Schirama Dolomiti has got a partnership, but with Epic Ski Pass, and Val di Sole is in part of it. And the other ski resorts included are Madonna di Campiglio ski area, Alpe Cimbra, Paganella, and Montepoldone. So now, before giving the floor to my colleague, I want to present a very useful tool for your clients. It's called Trentino Guest Card. It's a card that every guest staying in Trentino receives, and it gives free access to every public means of transportation of the region, and free and discounted access to museums, castles, and the ones that you named before. And moreover, this card can be associated to an application called Mio Trentino app, My Trentino, that is more than a personal travel planner. It gives you tips based on where you are and pieces of advice, so you can experience the region, and also suggestions about restaurants or something that you can experience in the region.
Is this has a cost? This card has a cost?
No, the card, every guest receives the Trentino guest card while staying for the entire length of the stay.
Oh, fantastic. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much, Ilaria.
Thank you, and looking forward to welcoming you to Trentino.
You got it. All right. So we talk about the region. Now we go and talk about one of the most beautiful parts of the region, maybe. Roberta, do you agree?
Oh, yes, absolutely agree.
All right. So here we are.
Obviously.
Ciao, Roberta.
So, hi, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank all the GT Experiences staff for this great opportunity to present Val di Sole and what it has to offer to our guests. Val di Sole Tourism Board is a DMO in Trentino. I'm a part of the sales support team, and our main mission is to promote Val di Sole as a winter and summer destination in the Italian Alps. We provide tour operator and travel agencies with any assistance you may need to put together an unforgettable mountain vacation. As Ilaria told before, Trentino is in the northern Italy, and Val di Sole is located in the northwestern part of Trentino region between Lake Garda and South Tyrol. We are lucky because we are surrounded by three mountain groups: Ortles Civedale, Adamello Brenta, and the Brenta Dolomites. As everybody knows, Brenta Dolomites are a UNESCO heritage site. As far as the international airport is concerned, the closest airport to Val di Sole, international airports, I mean, in Val di Sole are Milan Malpensa and Venice Marco Polo. But if you arrive from Europe or from other Italian cities, we are well connected by other airports as Bergamo or Verona, or by National Railway. Please consider, as Alessio wrote on the chat, that you can reach Val di Sole without your own car, because during the winter season there is a transfer service that connects the valley to major airports in northern Italy. But the hotel, or you can arrange by your travel agencies or tour operator a private taxi that brings you from the airport to their destination. This is the ski map of Val di Sole region. We have 3 different ski resorts: Schiare Madonna di Campiglio, Folgare da Marelleva, Schiare Ponti di Legno Tonale, and Schiare Peio 3000. They are 3 different ski resorts with different and unique features. For example, Schiarea Madonna di Campiglio, Folgari da Marelleva, they offer 150 kilometers of slopes in the Branta Dolomites. If you would like to go on, Francesco, they can see the difference between among the 3 ski resorts. It includes Madonna di Campiglio, Folgari da Marelleva, and Pinzolo, so the ski slopes are all interconnected. Then we have Schiarea Ponti di Legno Tonale. Here it's possible to reach an altitude of 3,000 meters high. And thanks to the glacier, this ski area is open from November to May. And then the ski area Peio 3000, which is the smallest ski areas that we have in Val di Sole, but it offers an amazing view. And also here you can reach an altitude of 3,000 meters. That means about 9,800 feet in the Stelvio National Park. But Val di Sole in winter is not only skiing, as you can see here, and as Ilaria was speaking about. There are a lot of other experiences that you can do in Val di Sole, like snowshoe outings that are really appreciated by our guests. There are some itineraries for ski mountaineering for who prefers to enjoy the pure freedom of be surrounded by silent peaks. And Val di Sole has also 45 kilometers of cross-country skiing tracks for all skill levels. It has been difficult for us to choose among of our best experiences to talk about, but as we don't have so much time, we would like to speak more about 2 must-try experiences that for us are really amazing and worth doing when you are in Val di Sole. The first is, as you can see, Trentino Ski Sunrise. This is an event organized by Trentino Marketing in collaboration with the Lift Company. This winter we had in Ponti di Legno Tonale ski area and in Peio 3000 ski area. It offers the chance to take the lift early in the morning, let's say from 5:36 a.m. in the morning, depending on the period. And so once you arrive at the top of the mountains, you can wait for the magic of sunrise to start.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see also these images. It's really amazing. And usually the ski resorts opens at 8:30. During this particular event, it opens at 7 a.m. So you can be the first down the freshly groomed slopes at the first light of dawn. So it's really
so question. I'm sorry. This is not every day. This happens.
No.
So is there a calendar that people can see when this is actually happening for the clients?
Yes, it happens. For example, this year we had 3 days of this event among the winter season. So if I'm not wrong, twice in February and one in March.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's good because I think they can actually plan around this and people can go and see it. It's really incredible. Really good.
Yeah. Obviously, on our website and also on the website of Trentino Marketing, you can get the information and the dates and the program months before.
Is that on the app, Ilaria, that you were mentioned before? This kind of events, are they posted on that My Trentino app?
Let me double check.
Okay, we'll check. While you check, I didn't put you in the spot just because we want to give our agent all the possible information. So from the Trentino Sunrise, Paradise Music. What's going on here?
I like every time to talk about this event. The second one experience I like to present is the Paradise Music Festival. This takes place in the ski area Punti di Legno Tonale at an altitude of 2,600 meters. Concerts takes place in an igloo, all made of ice, and big ice theater that can host more or less 200 people.
So I was saying, you create an igloo that can host up to 200 people. You play music in it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's correct. The guests can take the lift from the village. Alessio wrote in the chat that Val di Sole goes from 700 meters of altitude till 1,800 meters about of Passo Tonale. So from Passo Tonale, the guests can catch the cable car and reach an altitude of 2,600 meters. Wow. And over there, the people from the ski area Ponte di Tonale, they start around October to build this special ice theater because, as I said before, it's all made of ice. And also the instruments are made of ice. The guitar, the violin. Yes, it's been an amazing experience. We had the experience a few days ago with Ilaria too.
That's awesome.
Hard on the musicians' fingers. No?
Oh yeah.
And they probably don't have clarinets or saxophone because blowing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but
that's amazing.
Yeah, just to give you a feel what it's like to attend an event like this, I ask you, Francesco, to do the video. Thank you.
Let me write up. Right. Wow, a violin made of ice. I'm 50. I never thought I was going to see that. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really amazing. And I forgot to tell you that these concerts are twice, usually on Thursdays and Saturdays, from January to March.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really amazing. Then Val di Sole has also a summer version of itself. We are a mountain destination, so Val di Sole offers a lot of mountain routes, let's say more than 250 mountain routes for hiking and walking itineraries. Biking is also a very important product for us, and it has been increased year by year. We have 2 bike parks, a beautiful cycling path that goes all along the valley, and it's about 35 kilometers long and almost 400 kilometers of tracks. Moreover, every year we host international events related to the mountain bike, and this year we will have the Whoop UCI Mountain Bike World Cup in June from the 20th to the 22nd.
Nice. Spa too. Do you also have spa?
Sorry?
You have spas here. I see here. You have spa. And...
Oh yes, we have two thermal spa. One in Rabbi and the other one in Peyo. And they usually, when you go to the thermal spa, you can have different treatments, beauty treatment, for example, but also medical treatments, thanks to the mineral spring that we found in these two locations, these two side valley of Val di Rabi and Val di Pelio.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, rafting.
Yes, in the chat before we were writing that we have a really popular, not popular, well-known river for rafting according to the National Geographic, which is the Noce River. So in addition to more traditional activities that you can do in the mountain, we have also whitewater sports. Maybe someone can think that it is a really adrenaline activity, but also children starting from 6 years can try it in total safety. The rafting center provides all the equipment, as for example, wetsuit, water jacket, helmet. But we suggest to bring a bathing suit and a change of clothing because you definitely get wet, of course.
As you should.
Yes.
Oh, here we have a video.
Yeah, we have a video because we don't have time to speak about all the activities that Val di Sole offers. So let's watch it together.
That's quite incredible. Wow.
Yeah, just to give you a feel of what you can choose and do.
Really stunning.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's also important for you to know that in addition to the various mountain routes, as Ilaria said before, we have this special program, hut to hut trekking. So it is a package created by a local incoming tour operator, and it includes like the first and the last night an overstay in hotel, and the other nights you can overnight and stay in a different mountain hut. It can be a guided tour, or you can do also by yourself with all the information you need to do it. So Val di Sole is not only outdoor activities, but it's also slow culture, tradition, and why not culinary experience. You can discover more about the valley through our local cuisine, attending, for example, at a cooking class, and you can discover well-known local dishes directly.
Stop right there.
Yeah.
What am I looking at? Is this canederli? Is that what it is?
No, these are gnocchi of ricotta cheese.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, it's very famous canederli.
How is it made? How is it? How is it? Is it good?
It's really good, actually.
You can say if you don't like it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what does it have inside? I'm curious. What does it have inside? Mushrooms? What does it have? I don't know.
Oh no, this is in particular have only ricotta cheese.
Oh,
but in the canederli, they are made of bread, sausage, but you can put also cheese, steak. It depends. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. Oh, so sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Thank
You
you.
Thank you
for
very
the
much.
time.
So Roberta,
Thanks
grazie.
you.
And now we go to, we saw the places, we love it, of course, Val di Sole is fantastic, but let's get to the bones of it. And now we have Alessio here that is going to talk about a little bit of these hotels, especially the specific one you see here on a picture, because you have to go to Madonna di Campiglio, you have to go to his place, and it's going to explain you why. Ciao Alessio, benvenuto.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. I've been answering to some of your questions through the chat, and now I can talk in person finally. It's a real pleasure to be here with you guys. Thank you for inviting us. I'm the fourth generations of hoteliers. My grandfather started in 1932, so it's almost 100 years that we are in the business, let's say. And today I'm going to introduce you one of our properties, which is located in Val di Sole, not in Madonna di Campiglio. I have to correct you. Sorry, Francesco, but we are nearby. We are just 5 minutes then from Madonna di Campiglio. And we have this 4-star luxury hotel. We have made some big investment in the last year. Now maybe we are going to see the video together and I can speak through the video. We are located next to the ski slopes of ski area Madonna di Campiglio, Forgarida and Marileva. And just speaking very quickly about the property, we have 2 outdoor pool, 3 sauna, 2 Turkish baths, and we are located right in the center of Val di Sole. And the village where we are located is called Mezzana. What we like to do and what we think that we are doing good is to build a real interaction with our guests. I'm running one of the hotel. My mother and my father are running the other one. And we are all day long present in the property. And throughout the years, we have seen that guests really love the fact that they can feel, let's say, part of our family and to be treated in a, let's call it, special way or something that they don't just feel like a number. I've been working in the US for a year. I was in Washington, D.C. They had 300 rooms in the hotel, and this personal touch was not really possible. We have 62 rooms. We are open from December until April, and then from May until November. And we are, let's say, a boutique hotel or a small hotel, and we really try to go above and beyond the guest expectation and to make sure that they are feeling great in our hotels.
We wouldn't want it any other way. Thank you.
Alessio, it fits in perfectly with our philosophy of not putting people inside of a box.
Definitely not. No.
All right.
Yes.
Jamie, you ready to go? Let's go. Take a look at this beautiful property.
Yeah. This is the outdoor of the hotel, which we also have some luxury chalet, like mountain chalet, which are next to the property. They all have their own sauna and jacuzzi. So that guests that are looking for more space and more privacy, they can also have the possibility to rent one of the chalet, but at the same time use all the services that we offer in the hotel. This is we have seen the front desk. This is the cocktail bar. On a weekly basis, twice a week, we have some live music with some, of course, Italian songs, and where guests can enjoy and chill after a day of an outdoor day or a day on the slopes, and with some good cocktails, of course, or tea. We also have a cigar room where guests can enjoy their own cigar. We also sell our own cigars. This is a wine cellar that we have that was back in the days that we keep it. This is one of the pools that we have. This is for families because we have one adult only spa and one family pool. So here the kids can just splash, jump, and enjoy their time. And then we also have another offer for the parents or for the adults that they don't want to be surrounded by kids screaming and jumping around. So we give the possibility for both of the of the guests. This is the entrance. We just built this new space, 2,000 square meters. Last year, we have opened it in December. We have 2 sauna, 1 Turkish bath, and many relaxation area where guests can just really enjoy their time. Furthermore, we do something special in our sauna. We have we call it like an event sauna, where we do an infusion, 3 infusions per day, which is called August. So there is this guy, which is called a sauna master, that he takes some ice balls with some essence in it, and then with his towel, he just spread the hot air and the essence straight in your face, let's say. And this is the adults only pool, where kids are not allowed. It's of course heated 35 degrees during winter period. Nice. Then we have a beautiful garden on the view with the mountains where you can really enjoy, especially in summer, laying down in the sun. And this is the event place, no? This is what you said. Yeah. Yes, this is a big one where the sauna master will do their this event.
When is high season?
High season, it goes in winter season is like Christmas and New Year's, and then from the end of January until the end of February, that's a nice season for winter. And in summer is like end of July and August when Italians have holidays. But I mean, there are also in the beginning of the season, especially summer, is really nice because there are like the blossom of the flowers. And then in October, in November, there is something that guests really usually goes crazy. That is like when the deers go in love, we bring the guests during the night to hear them and to, let's say, look at them. But you can really hear the voices that they do is something, I would say, unique. And there are many places where you can go. And I stopped a second because I wanted people to actually have a chance to comment on the room, I'm guessing. Yeah, this is for one of the chalet, divided on 2 floors. We have a living area, a fire spot, and outside each of these chalet have their own jacuzzi and sauna. Yeah. This is the restaurant. Breakfast is very important. We offer an international breakfast from salty to sweet. Then we also have a show. A show cooking part when they cook the eggs and the omelette in front of you, which is this one. And then, of course, some fresh orange straight from Sicily and some. And this is the kitchen. Yes. Yeah. Of course, also for us is offering a culinary experience is something very, very important for us. In specific periods of the year, we also offer some cooking class. When she's fit, my grandmother, we also join and give some chocolates to the guests, and that's really appreciated usually. So let me ask you very quickly, because again you said it, but I want to make sure people understand that. We with Tommy, so we're talking to you about specifically some of the clients really want to shy away, they don't want to drive, especially in the winter, they don't want to sort of want to have the chance to have a full experience and hopefully not have to touch a wheel and make sure. So I want to double check with you. We talked to you. Is it true that I can actually land in Milano and through you sort of or that organize a way that you get to your hotel and then from your hotel be able to see some of the sightseeing you can actually organize for me so I don't have to drive and touch the car? Am I correct? Do I remember right? You just have to land in Milan or Bergamo and then you can be stress-free and we will take care of your holiday. We can come to pick you up in the airport and then in front of the hotel there is like a bus stop or with our private transfer we bring you to the ski slope which is like 500 meters from us and then especially in winter there is no need for a car. You are correct on that. Yeah. And I remember one of the things that you said when we were rehearsing about the winter stuff that the slope are actually very accessible from your hotel. Am I correct? You said something about they come and pick you up right in front of it to get on. Of course. Walk me through it. How does it work? I didn't understand. Sorry, Francesco. I said, how does it work? So basically, I'm coming there in the winter. It's February. I'm all geared up. Yeah. I get off the hotel. What happens?
Is there a ski lift right by? Is there
No, in front of the hotel, as I said, there is like a public transportation, or we do it with our private shuttle for the guests that prefer. We drive 500 meters and we bring you right in front of the ski lift, and then you go up and you are connected with Madonna di Campiglio, which are more than 160 kilometers of ski slopes, great for families and also for advanced skiers. There are also quite many black slopes available, but also many blue and a red one.
Yeah. And then lastly, because you correct me, of course, that you're not in Madonna di Campiglio, but when summer-wise, the idea sometimes that you are staying in these beautiful hotels, and most of the family goes out and they do the hiking, whatever. The mother, the father, or the grandmother wants to stay back. But if I stay at your hotel, am I stuck in the hotel? There's a chance for me to actually either walk to a close by village, or there's a way on the hotel to bring me to a small little sort of town or city around it, so I can actually enjoy my day without having to go on a trekking on.
Yeah, I mean, as Ilaria before mentioned, there is this Trentino gas card, which is a really great tool to enjoy your holidays, because you have free public transportation. And then, as I said before, we as a hotel, our goal is to go above and beyond the guest expectations. So everything it can be possible, it just need to be organized. But we also organize, we have a weekly program where we bring guests to discover all the best places of Val di Sole by bike or by walking, and then with a guide, of course, and we can bring them with us with our minivan, so we can also take care of the transportation without no problem. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, so I think we are getting to the close end, and of course the sweet spot. I want to thank everybody. I know Tom wants to say a couple of things, but of course we have now the generosity. We have to celebrate the generosity of our of course, Mr. Ravelli and the people from Trentino, and we're going to have a draw. But before I do that, Tom, Gianni, you want to say something? No?
No. Just to say that, first, thank you for all the presenters. It was just an eye-opener for everybody. You can see from all the comments that we had that people were very interested in the region, so that's a really wonderful thing. The one question that someone asked was about the closest town to the property, to your hotel, Alessio. So if you could just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I've seen Marion that she asked if Mezzana is a kind of Cortina with the shops or restaurant. Mezzana is a small, we call it like Borgo in the middle of a valley. So there are like 800 inhabitants. It's not a very big village. There are really just 2 restaurants and some shops, but unfortunately we don't have a pedestrian zone in the, let's call it, in the village center. But apart from that, like 20 minutes from us, there are other villages that they have like a center when guests can walk around. What we have that other small villages don't, we have a nice walk around the river. So just I think that the guests that choose Mezzana as a location is just because they are like mountain enthusiastic and they really want to enjoy the pace, and they will not find a Gucci shop in the village, let's say.
Good.
All right, so are you ready? Okay, let's start it. So the winner of the $300 additional commission from GT Experience is Estelle Jenkins. Estelle, congratulations, you won.
Hey, Estelle.
And now let's face it, to the nice price of staying and seeing and spending a couple of days with Alessio at the Ravelli Hotel with his grandmother, if she's available, to learn the cooking, is going to be Bonnie Wade. Hey, Bonnie, congratulations. You can go back to Trentino and see how beautiful it is. So with that, we close. As I said before, you're going to see tomorrow at the latest, maybe the day after tomorrow, the recorded is going to be on our website, so you can rewatch it or watch a portion of it. The whole presentation PDF will be available for you to actually see it in details. You'll see on the bottom, on the left, all the contact of the speakers to get the information if you want to book. We would love to hear from you and create these beautiful itinerary for your clients. So thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you at the next one. Goodbye.
Bye now.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.